Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Inappropriate Movie Database. I am Nick Martucci, your host. This is the comedy game show where I go on IMDb. Just about all movies have a parental guide there. People from all around, all different backgrounds contribute to this. They are anonymous. We don't know why they do it. And they're real weirdos. I think that's the best way to put it. So each of these movies has different warnings that might be objectionable for any viewer watching. They have different warnings for everything. They have sex and nudity warnings. They have profanity warnings. They have violence and gore warnings. They have alcohol, drugs, and smoking warnings, and they have frightening and intense scenes warnings. So what I've done today is I've got a list of movies to go and a group of my friends to try to guess what these movies are. The earlier they get the question right, the more points they get, but they can lose points if they guess wrong. This should be a fun show. I got some good people on tonight. Let me introduce them. First off, we have Katie Baker.
Woo! Oh, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming.
Yes.
We have Liz Estey.
Hi.
We have Matt Shore.
Hello.
And we have Nova Mangini. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
I thought so, and I second guessed myself immediately.
I'm ashamed of you.
Unless there's anything you're all worried about or want to say before we begin.
I'm worried, but I'll keep it to myself.
That's all I ask. All right. Well, I'm gonna give each of you a series of years you can pick from to try to narrow down this movie a little bit. We're gonna go through 12 movies tonight. Whoever has the most points wins $10. That's my little trick to get my friends to show up on a Zoom at 8:00 on a Thursday night. So let's get this game started. Katie Baker, I'm gonna start with you.
Yeah.
Would you like a movie from 1960, 1980, or 1999?
I'm gonna go with 1980.
1980. All right, 1980. Remember, you're all in, buzz in if you think you know it. For this movie from 1980, under sex and nudity, for 5 points, in the pool, there is a topless woman sitting on top of a man's shoulders. Okay. For 4 points, under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, some cannabis smoking, some cigarette smoking, some drinking. One character vomits after drinking an alcoholic beverage with a cigarette in it. One character confesses to taking drugs every day. Another affirms such daily drug taking.
Oh, Daily Drug Taking, the movie. That's one of my favorites from 1980.
All right. Oh, Liz, you think you have a guess?
I mean, I have a guess. I'm sure it's going to end up in negative points, but why not? I'm going to guess Pretty in Pink.
It is not Pretty in Pink. All right. Oh, we got other hands up. Nova, what do you think?
Caddyshack?
And Katie Baker, what do you think?
I was also gonna say Caddyshack.
Ooh.
For 4 points, it is Caddyshack.
Motherfucker. Oh, wait. Am I allowed to swear on this show? Or is your...
Yes, absolutely. This show is going to contain a lot of terrible language.
Okay, good.
So that's 4 points to Katie, 4 points to Nova.
Negative
-1
4.
point to Liz. -1. You only lose 1 point.
Oh, I only lost one.
You
All
only
right.
lose 1 point. And Matt, feel free to buzz in whenever you feel like buzzing in. For fun,
I will try my best.
for fun, to go through a couple of these other warnings. Under sex and nudity, one man shouts, "Hey everybody, we're going to get laid." Under frightening and intense scenes, a Lutheran bishop gets struck by lightning, a yacht barely eludes other boaters before crashing into a docked sailboat, and a golf course is blown up. And under violence and gore, a man tries ruthlessly to kill the gophers on a golf course. At one point, he puts explosives down all of the gopher holes. As a result, they blow up part of the course and it sets on fire.
Nice.
I have never seen that movie. This isn't going to be a great game for me.
Like 60% of the movie holds up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, we're going to go to
I've
Liz
seen
next.
it, but a long time ago. A long time ago.
Liz, would you like a movie from 2001, 2011, or 2019?
Let's go for 2019. Let's see if I can remember it. Because it feels like a long time ago.
Yeah, 2019. That was like 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
A decade ago.
All right. 2019 for 5 points. Under profanity, a man makes several crude comments regarding women throughout.
All films.
All of them.
All movies. Sorry.
All right. For 4 points, under frightening and intense scenes, absolutely not an appropriate horror movie for kids. This is an 18-plus movie, but should be okay for kids over 15, but certainly not for kids under 15.
So specific.
I know. And like weird. Why is 15 the arbitrary?
If you have your driving learner's permit, you can see this movie.
Okay. I guess we'll move on for 3 points. Under sex and nudity, there is a big difference between the normal film and the director's cut. That being said, the theatrical version is still quite explicit.
I'm so lost. Like,
You
what
okay?
movies even came out in 2019?
I know, that's what I'm trying to figure it out.
That is the question.
I want to say Justice League, but that came out this year.
Well, it came out in 2017,
but
and
then
then
the director was
2021.
yeah.
Okay, we will move on for 2 points under frightening and intense scenes. Although the story takes place in broad daylight, the eerie music score and editing can make the watcher feel uneasy and nauseous, especially on the big screen.
I think
We
I
get
know it.
everybody but Katie in right now. All right, let's go. Liz, what do you think?
Midsommar.
Midsommar. Nova, what do you think?
Say Midsommar.
And Matt, what do you think?
It is Midsommar, but my guess was different until I heard everyone else.
What was your
I was
guess,
gonna
Matt?
say that one with John Krasinski where they can't talk, but that
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
Oh, Quiet
2019.
Place.
Oh, A Quiet Place. Is it A Quiet
So
Place?
I
2
don't
coming out
get the
this year?
points. That's
I
okay.
appreciate you being honest, Matt. That's -1 point for you.
That is okay.
It is Midsommar. Of course it's Midsommar. So that is 2 points for Liz, 2 points for Nova, -1 for Matt, and Katie, You still got the 4 points from last round, so that's pretty good.
She also has a burrito, so I feel like she's the real winner.
That's
Yeah,
true.
exactly.
I wish I had a burrito.
If I win $10, buying a burrito.
And again, for fun, the last clue under frightening and intense scenes, the film deals with an array of disturbing and mature themes, such as relationship troubles, cults, murder, suicide, trauma, grief, infidelity, etc.
It's such a feel-good film.
Etc.
All right.
I love these weirdos.
We're going to move on to Matt's next.
Oh, good.
Matt, would you like a movie from 1990, 2001, or 2018?
Okay, clearly for me the year doesn't matter, so I'm gonna say 2001.
2001. All right. 2001. Under profanity for 5 points. No swearing, but some words such as stupid, shut up, idiot, etc. Really? You don't have it from that? All right. For 4 points, under sex and nudity. A character tried to make a child laugh by jumping and doing a split onto a beam, hitting him in the crotch.
Oh.
Oh my god. 2001, you said?
2001. Katie Baker's got her hand up. Anybody else?
I think I need one more.
All right, Katie Baker, what do you think? Katie Baker.
Monsters Incorporated.
It is
Oh,
Monsters
no.
Incorporated.
Oh, man.
It totally is.
Pixar's Monsters
Oh.
Inc.
Wow.
Stupid.
Good job. Katie got points and a
Katie's
burrito.
in the 4
Very
points
nice.
again,
Thank you.
bringing
Did you
Katie
say
up to
idiot?
8 points.
Yeah,
Bova's
Katie
got
is
6. Liz has -1. Matt has -1.
All right,
Let's just
Matt.
check out-
It's between you and I for last.
To check out the rest of these.
I think we have to pay Nick $10 if that.
Also here, frightening and intense scenes. The opening first minute is pretty atmospheric and definitely creepy for a G-rated movie. However, it does reveal that it was just a test and there's nothing to be scared of. Frightening and intense scenes. Some viewers and children may find this frightening. A child is restrained and the scream extractor is moving forward to her as she screams until one of the main characters saves her. And under sex and nudity, some monsters wear clothing and some don't. The monsters without clothing don't panic. No crotches, breasts, or privates are seen. It's a cartoon. Settle down, folks. Nothing to worry about.
No monster crotch.
That's amazing.
All right. Nova,
Yes.
would you like a movie from 1965, 1996, or 2005?
Let's go 1996.
1996. Okay. 1996, 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. The scar on a character's face could be a little bit spooky for really young kids. Kids like 3 and under. Matt's already got his hand up.
I'm going for it, man. Is it
Anybody
the light?
else want to jump in? Katie Baker. All right. Katie Baker, what do you think?
One of the Harry Potter movies. I forget what year we're looking at.
We're looking at 1996.
Oh, well, fuck. Never mind.
Matt, what do you think?
Is it the Lion King?
It is not the Lion King.
Oh, all right.
That is
That was gonna be so good if you got that.
That was a fun swing.
I was taking
I
a
probably wouldn't
risk.
mention Scar in the top clue. All right, for 4 points under frightening and intense scenes. In one scene, the villain laughs maniacally, just as her plan is almost complete. The laugh she makes is extremely sinister and terrifying. This could frighten some younger viewers.
Oh.
Katie's got her hand up again. Anybody else? Okay, Katie, what do you think?
Is this the live action of 101 Dalmatians?
It is the live action
Oh.
101 Dalmatians.
God.
That laugh.
Katie, you're so good at this.
Katie,
Oh
killing
my
it.
god.
Don't know my kids' movies.
Legend. Katie Baker.
Jeez.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of kids' movies. This
Yeah, I
time.
want the
know.
face-off clue from last week. That
Nick,
nobody
you
got.
said that like you aren't the one who wrote the clues.
I know, he was like, where did these come from?
I'm picking from over 100 different movies right now. We just happen to be landing on kids' movies. So yeah, that's 3 points to Katie, -1 to Matt, and Liz and Nova abstained.
I think I'm at
Oh.
-2 now.
You are at -2 now. Other clues for this movie under sex and nudity. At the end of the movie, you see a close-up of an animal's anal sphincter.
Jesus.
Sex and nudity, there is some puppy accident-related innuendo from the villain.
How is that? How is that sex and nudity?
That's awesome.
I mean,
And
I mean-
violence and gore. At the latter part of the movie, the puppies do slapstick tricks to one of the bad guys and the villain to get away.
Excellent.
Not slapstick tricks.
Guys, who's excited for the Cruella origin story?
I don't know.
I'll watch it.
I mean, yeah, I'm
I'll watch
obviously gonna watch it. I won't like myself when I
No,
watch
it looks like trash, but I'm gonna watch it.
I mean, that's how I feel. Like almost everything coming out on Disney Plus, I'm like, well, it doesn't look good, but I'll watch it.
I don't know, they've had some gems on there.
Yes,
I mean, the Mighty Ducks show is basically Gilmore Girls.
it is, and I love it.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
It
I
literally
love
is
it.
Gilmore
Although
Girls
it is funny,
with Emilio
just-
Estevez.
Emilio Estevez is so short. Like, in case you were wondering, he's so short. Especially when they bring back the original Mighty Ducks as adults, and you're like, the man is miniature.
Yeah.
If we could switch this to a Gilmore Girls trivia game, I would really appreciate it, and
If
my
I do
points
an
would
all
really
Gilmore
appreciate
Girls
it.
one,
Oh, I'd be
you're
up for
first
that.
on the list. All right. So yeah, that brings Katie up to 11, Liz at 1, Matt at -2, and Nova at 6. Anything can change real quick in this game, though.
Katie's kicking butt.
We're going to go back to Katie. Katie, would you like a movie from 1976, 1991, or 2017?
I'm gonna go with 1991.
1991. Okay. 1991 for 5 points. Under frightening and intense scenes, some intense and often one-sided fights. Okay. For 4 points under sex and nudity, a character. Katie.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say, is it Home Alone?
It is not Home Alone.
Okay, I'll put my hand down.
All right. Sex and nudity for 4 points. A character says his mother shacked up with a few guys. Okay. For 3 points, under frightening and intense scenes, the mouth stabbing scene may frighten some.
The what?
The mouth?
stabbing scene.
The mouth?
Mouth
Like
stabbing.
like your mouth?
Like your mouth.
Mouth
Okay,
stab.
I don't think I've seen a mouth stab movie.
Wait. How do I think I know.
Nova,
Is
what
it-
do you think?
Terminator 2? I think
It
there's
is
mouth
Terminator
stabbing
2.
scene.
Oh, wow. Good job, Nova.
Yes,
That's
mouth
It is
stabbing
impressive.
scenes.
Terminator 2.
I have intentionally, I have not watched Terminator 2 in a very long time.
Yeah. Come for the Terminator, stay for the mouth stabbing.
Mouth stabbing.
I think that was
exactly.
like the tagline on the movie poster.
So yeah, that's 3 points to Nova.
The only Terminator I'm coming for is Mackenzie Davis in Terminator Dark.
Oh, how good was she though?
Nice.
Sorry, I had to make that joke. It was fun.
Also in this movie, Violence and Gore, a character dreams about a nuclear attack and a large nuclear weapon detonates over a city. We see many children and their mothers burning and screaming. She then catches fire and screams horribly.
Oh my god.
And under Violence and Gore, the hero cuts the skin off his arm and rips it away to reveal his metal skeleton. Fairly bloody.
I mean, if we hadn't gotten it by that one.
Well, that's kind of the point. I hope by the last clue, everybody can get it. Okay, we're going to move on to Liz. Liz, would you like a movie from 1979, 1980, or 2002?
Let's do 2002. In those wondrous days. But immediately post 9/11. What a time to be alive.
The world had changed forever.
Yeah,
And then this movie came out.
exactly.
2002, for 5 points under Sex and Nudity. No on-screen nudity is ever shown. There are very rare sex references, and a woman can be seen in underwear, not sexual. Okay. For 4 points under Alcohol, Drugs, and Smoking. In one scene, a man is seen buying cigarettes/drugs, and the woman who sells it says that he, quote, will die. Nova's got her hand up. Anybody else? All right, Nova, what do you think?
The Ring?
It is The Ring.
Oh my god.
4 points for Nova.
It pays to fall asleep to weird movies. I'm like, why does this sound familiar? And it's so friggin' vague.
Also in The Ring, the movie has a race against time plot device where, if the characters fail, they can be killed by the fearsome antagonist. This idea can be distressing and disquieting for some viewers. The ghastly, stringy-haired appearance of the antagonist, who walks in eerie, jerking movements, may frighten some viewers. And the movie is most known for its scary scenes where the video is played. The rumor in the movie is after you watch the video, you die in 7 days. The video only lasts about 30 seconds.
I still refuse to watch the video in the movie. I'm like, oh, I have to turn away or I'm going to die.
So that brings Nova up to 13. Katie still sits at 10. Liz is at 1. And Matt, you got -2.
I've seen 2 of these movies so far.
Well, I hope that the next movie is one you've seen, because you are picking it.
Okay.
Would you like a movie from 1940, 2004, or 2019?
Okay. Let's go 1940. Let's see what that is.
Thanks.
All right.
Let's see what that is. As a concept, what is 1940?
What is 1940?
We're going to go back a little bit. 1940 for 5 points under violence and gore. There is peril throughout the movie.
Uh-oh.
Okay. For 4 points under profanity. A character curses in Italian gibberish when he gets angry in some scenes.
I feel like I should know it just because of that. Oh, wait, I do know it.
Nova's in again. Anybody else want to go up against her? Nova, what do you think?
Pinocchio.
It is Pinocchio.
Never seen it.
Pinocchio movies are creepy, and you should go down the rabbit hole of just Pinocchio movies.
Oh man.
That is another 4 points to Nova. Quickly coming up to the high score period of this game at
Whoa.
17 points.
I gotta know my Italian gibberish movies. It's a rite of passage
If
for my
there's
people.
one genre that no one knows.
I'm like, Italian gibberish? Got it. It's either Pinocchio or my cousin Vinny.
Also in Pinocchio, under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, the smoking/drinking is done by children. However, the film clearly discourages it. Violence and gore, a cricket falls into a billiards hole twice. This is played for laughs. And violence and gore, in one scene, the main character drowns and is presumed dead, but comes to live as a real boy. Mildly frightening. And Nova, you get to pick the next one.
Okay.
Would you like a movie from 1988, 1995, or 2014?
Let's go 1988.
1988. Okay. 1988 for 5 points. Under sex and nudity, a man is shown in brief type underwear.
I mean, that's a lot of things.
Okay. For 4 points under alcohol, drugs, and smoking, a minor suggests buying some beer. Again, this is just the 80s. Okay. For 3 points under sex and nudity, implied sex. Nudity consists of a woman taking her blouse and her bra drops down a little. This is seen from the side, so not much is shown. Considering who the man is that she's with, most parents would consider this scene inappropriate for their child to watch. We got everybody but Katie in. Okay. Matt, what do you think?
Is it big?
Big?
Yeah.
Liz, what do you think?
The Breakfast Club?
Breakfast Club? Nova, what do you think?
Big.
Big. It is not the Breakfast Club. It is big.
Yes!
See,
We
I
got
personally
one.
find Big to be a horrific film.
It
Would rather
sure
be
is.
wrong than express any interest.
Matt, that puts you back into the positive at 1 point.
Whoa.
Yes. This is the best day
Brings
of my
Nova
life.
up to 20.
Come on.
Liz down to 0, and Katie stays at 10.
In your face, Liz.
I know. Matt and I just have our own separate competition going.
We're coming down to the last 4 movies of the game. Once more around with all of you. Katie, we're back to you. Would you like a movie from 1973, 1999, or 2004?
Go with 1973.
1973. Okay, 1973 for 5 points. under profanity, a woman says, "Oh my goodness," at 1 hour, 17 minutes, and 35 seconds. That's pretty much it. That's a really good clue if you're great with times.
Yeah.
Okay. For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, the main character is truly a sad character himself.
And
Okay. For 3 points under violence and gore, the main character is almost beheaded in the beginning of the film.
By what?
Beheaded. Okay. 2 points under sex and nudity. A character is shown with an egg sac through the movie. Baby spiders are later shown coming out of the sac at the movie's ending.
Oh.
Matt's in, Nova's in, anybody else? All right. Matt, what do you think?
Is it Charlotte's Web?
Charlotte's Web. Nova, what do you think?
totally Charlotte's Web.
It totally is Charlotte's Web.
Yes.
You had me at egg sack.
Not the first time I've heard that. Last clue in Charlotte's Web, under frightening and intense scenes. The theme of the film is that the main character is afraid that he will die in the fall and be turned into smoked bacon and ham.
So
There are
sad.
some very sad scenes related to this plot line in the movie.
Yeah,
That's
add that
such
to
a
the
good
list
movie.
of like children's books that traumatized me.
It was so good though. It's such a
No,
good
I
book.
mean those are the best
The
children's
movie's good,
books,
too.
but like they're all very dark.
I can't
The
even
good
read the
ones.
little golden book version of A Fox and the Hound without ugly crying. So I get it.
So, Matt, that brings you up to 3. Liz sits at 0. Katie sits at 10. And Nova's at 22. I would suggest some big swings with 3 movies left.
I don't know if I can. risk
Otherwise, Nova is walking away with this one. All right, Liz, would you like a movie from 1989, 1995, or 2013?
2013.
2013.
What a time, you know?
What a time to be alive.
9/11 had happened 12 years ago. Changed the world forever.
No, actually, can I just plug the Peacock series, Girls 5 Eva? There's a joke in the pilot about their single bombing because it was released on September 10th, 2001. It's a throwaway joke and it's perfect.
That's great.
I think that was Mariah Carey.
Yeah,
I want
it
to say
was.
that happened too.
Yeah.
And Jay-Z. And maybe Linkin Park. I shouldn't know all this, but it's there somewhere. Anyway, 2013, this movie, under violence and gore, the 2 guys after the main character try to hurt her multiple times. Okay. For 4 points, under frightening and intense scenes, the villain is an evil psychopath, and his actions are very unpleasant, rude, vicious.
Rude. That's the important part.
Rude.
What a rude, evil psychopath. Okay. For 3 points, under sex and nudity, there is mention of one character kissing another to heal an injury, and this becomes a main plot element for a while. All right. For 2 points under sex and nudity, a woman's ice dress has a slit that reveals quite a bit of her legs. Matt's got his hand. Liz, Nova. Katie, are you still enjoying your burrito? Oh, Katie
No, I'm
raised her
done.
hand. All right, Katie, what do you think?
Is it Frozen?
Frozen. Nova, what do you think?
Crush?
What was that?
Crush?
Crush? Liz, what do you think?
Frozen.
Frozen. Matt, what do you think?
I thought it was Narnia. I'm gonna go with that. That might be, I don't know.
It is not Narnia.
Okay. That's fine.
It's not Crush. This film is Frozen.
Yay!
Nice job.
That's 2 points to Katie, 2 points to
You know,
Liz.
I almost said it after the kiss thing, and I wish I had.
I've never seen Frozen.
I saw it in theaters back when my youngest cousin liked me. Now she's 17 and thinks I'm the worst.
My niece loves
No,
Frozen.
but
I
she
have no
just
idea
thinks
what it is.
I'm deeply uncool. Except one time she noticed that we had the same style of Birkenstocks. And
Mhm.
that made
great.
me cooler. So who knew? Like reverse Birkenstock effect.
That's awesome.
Final clue for Frozen under frightening and intense scenes. Some infrequent frightening events, including the tension between sisters, their parents' funeral, the idea that they might be in an endless winter, a snowman's melting face, a woman's ice powers, and her fears that she'll turn into a monster.
Based on that
Same.
description, I want to watch it now.
I mean, honestly, like people got sick of it, but the first Frozen was good. Like it definitely got a lot of play. Frozen 2, cash grab. Like it didn't have the same depth and unexpected journey that you had in the first one.
It was one of those movies that felt so shoved down my throat that I was like, I'm
Yeah,
all set.
I mean,
I
I
had
totally-
a girl. There was a girl that came into work every day singing the songs from there, and I
Oh,
wanted to
Jesus.
strangle her. And I was like, I'll
Yeah.
never watch this movie because now I'm going to associate it with that.
Yeah, no, totally fair. Yeah.
All right, so Liz and Matt are tied at 2. Katie is up to 12 and Nova at 21. This
Wow.
might be a runaway. There's still a chance for Katie.
Nova's score can legally drink alcohol.
All right, Matt, would you
Yes.
like a movie from 1990, 1999, or 2018?
I would love a movie from 2018 that I've seen, please.
Keyword.
I hope that I can deliver that to you. All right, 2018. For 5 points under sex and nudity, 2 kissing scenes. A married couple kisses. You can skip easily.
Okay.
All right, nobody wants to just go out on a limb.
We
Frightening
can
and
skip
intense
it
scenes.
easily.
For 4 points. Characters are in the dark frequently and alone in suspenseful moments. Oh, Liz got her hand up. Anybody else want to try? Liz, what do you think?
I'm going out. Black Panther.
Black Panther? It is not Black Panther.
Yeah, I did it.
Okay.
I think Killmonger's experience on the ancestral plane of it being Oakland, like that's
Oh,
dark,
yeah.
you know.
Okay. For 3 points under sex and nudity, one of the main characters is pregnant. Her water breaks and she bleeds before she delivers a baby
Ugh.
in unfavorable circumstances. Nothing explicit is shown.
Except for the water. Man, the way these people conceptualize pregnancy.
Again, that is under sex and nudity.
Exactly.
What
Okay.
year is this?
This is 2018,
Oh. Oof.
3 years ago.
It feels like so much.
I feel like maybe I didn't watch any movies in 2018.
I watched Black Panther in 2018. That's why I was like, it definitely came out in 2018. That's all I got.
Okay. For 2 points under frightening and intense scenes, well, there are several jump scares throughout. The film contains more tension than scares. There are plenty of scenes that will have you on the edge of your seat. Liz has her hand up again. Anybody else want to
How
try?
dare you?
I feel like I can
I
see
appreciate
it.
you. All right, Liz, what do you think?
A Quiet Place.
Matt, this is A Quiet Place.
Are you kidding me?
No,
That's what I thought.
I never saw that either.
If I'm being 100% honest, I have never seen that movie either. So,
But you are aware of it, right?
I am aware.
That brings Liz up to 3, overtaking Matt. Last clue for A Quiet Place under
This is
frightening and intense
baloney.
scenes. The lack of dialogue in the film may be off-putting to some viewers.
I feel like I still wouldn't get it with that. That was a tough one.
I don't know why.
Okay.
It was because, you know what? Matt had guessed it. So it was
Uh-huh.
on my mind. And I was like, oh, that came out around 2018.
I was so excited that it was coming around. Okay.
Garbage.
So this is the last round. Matt's
Oh my
at
God.
2. Liz is at 3. Katie is at 12. Nova, this is your victory lap at 21.
Oh, I should probably just
And
not
guess
answer.
what? Guess what? You're picking the year too.
All right.
So this is basically all about you at this point. So for the final movie, would you like a movie from 1986, 1995, or 2006?
Let's do 1995.
1995.
I feel like I watched a lot of movies in the 90s.
Okay. 1995 for 5 points under frightening and intense scenes. Many supernatural occurrences throughout the film, which may be frightening to some viewers.
It's vague.
Nobody
Supernatural.
wants to just take a stab. Okay, we'll move on. For 4 points under frightening and intense scenes, 2 characters fight in a hellish-styled environment.
What year is this again?
1995. 6 years before the world changed.
God, I never should have made that
And Mariah Carey put out Glitter.
Oh man, if only this were about the movie Glitter.
Wait, all right. I'm going to guess.
All right, Nova, guess. You got nothing to lose.
Mortal Kombat.
It is Mortal Kombat.
And it's so
Bringing
much
you
better
up.
than the new one.
Bringing you up
Yeah,
to an
I will say
even
the new one-
25.
The new one was a new movie to watch in 2021.
It was indeed a new movie.
So I watched it.
I
You
haven't
know?
seen either.
Like
of
I
them.
didn't hate it. I didn't hate the new one.
No,
I
I
just
mean, it
felt like
wasn't,
there's
like-
things that I wish were different. But I loved Mortal Kombat 1995.
Yeah, I think the 1995 one definitely like leaned into it a lot more.
Yeah.
And the 2021 one kind of had some of the goofy elements, but like, I don't know. I felt like they weren't really.
I feel
as
like I
bought
waited
in.
too long for the Mortal Kombat music in the new movie.
Well, yeah, that's
I was like, "Where's
and
the
also
song?"
the actual combat. Like there was so much training and hand wringing and character development.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm like,
the
this is
mortal
not what
part, man,
I was, but
where
that's,
they're all alive.
that's not what I want from
They also
Mortal
misspelled the
Kombat.
title.
I want dead things and combat.
So yeah,
I want heads getting just kicked off.
Yeah.
just
And the music should just be on a loop the whole time.
Yeah, I want it to feel like the movie Crank, where it's just nonstop.
It,
You know?
it should just be like the arcade cabinet sitting in the background of the bowling alley.
Yes, it should.
But to put a bow on this, violence and gore, lots of martial arts combat, often very violent, but somewhat stylized. Violence and killing by positive characters.
Well, that's good.
I'm killing
It makes
you.
it feel
Did
wholesome.
great.
Frightening and intense scenes involving supernatural warriors with scary abilities, turning their faces into skulls, freezing their enemies, reptiles morphing into ninjas. And under violence and gore, the movie does not include fatalities depicted in the games. Violence overall is far more subdued compared to the video games.
True.
That was Mortal Kombat. This was Inappropriate Movie Database. The end scores Matt at 2, Liz at 3, Katie at 12, and Nova an amazing run at 25.
Yay!
Nova, who said she wouldn't get a single one right.
No, I was like, I'm not gonna know anything.
That seems to be the trend so far. The person who comes in the least confident wins. So just a heads up if you're on the show later this month.
That was probably my problem. I think I came in a little too confident. That's definitely. It wasn't because I haven't seen any movies.
If you use your other computer and were evil, Matt, you probably would have won it.
That's true.
So Nova, I will send you $10.
Thanks.
Before we go, if anybody wants to plug anything or wants to be found anywhere, we'll start with Katie.
Oh, I go by Snappy hyphen bakes on Mixler, and then I do that, and I also am on Twitch, Snappy Bakes _. Thank you.
That was Katie Baker. Liz.
My Twitter is at Liz Estey. I retweet political commentary and occasionally tweet about dating in a pandemic. It's super fun and sometimes informative and depressing. And you can also follow my Instagram at Liz Estey for baking photos.
Nice.
Liz is a master baker who will not share her food with me.
No, Nick, you just tell me when is a good time and I will drop it off.
I work from home, not to tell like the entire world, but anytime you want to hang
But
out.
they don't see. I dropped off Nick before, so that's why I know where he lives.
You know where I live.
I'm not telling you guys.
Nick, what's your address?
It's
What's your address in the
738.
last
What?
4 of your social security?
7281. Mother's maiden name is Thomas. First pet was Spike. I dare you, try to hack me. That was Liz Estey. Matt.
Oh, you can follow me on the social medias at Matt Shore with 2 underscores. It's Instagram and TikToks and all that good stuff. Please do so because I have no confidence left in myself.
Oh, guys.
After this game.
Guys, you should follow Matt because he makes amazing songs.
Yeah.
Aw,
yeah,
thanks.
Yeah, Matt is
That's
one
very
of
nice.
the best musical comedians.
Yeah, you're very
right
talented.
now.
Ah, thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
So you gotta follow Matt Shore.
That's very nice of y'all to say.
And our winner,
We're just trying to lift you up, you know?
Pick me up off the floor here.
Nova, anything you want to say?
I'm everywhere if you look hard enough. On Instagram, I'm electrocentric, which is impossible to spell, so good luck trying to figure that out. Not changing it now. I'm working on stuff with Vaden that we haven't launched yet, but I'll probably spam people with that at some point. We are doing stuff together under the name No Vaden. Because it's Nova and Vaden together, and also it's just fun to say No Vaden because I say it a lot. So we'll be putting out some stuff soon, so that should be fun.
Awesome. Nova Mangini. I'm Nick Martucci. You can find me on all of the social medias at Blundering Idiom. It's like Blundering Idiot with an M. We're doing the show on YouTube every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern throughout the month of May. Maybe longer if people like it. We're still have a few spots open for the next couple of weeks. So if you watch this, you think it's fun, you want to try, you think you can do it, hit me up on any of the social medias. Send me a DM, and maybe you can win $10. That's a good prize, right?
Now I can have my very
That's a
own
great
burrito
prize.
like Katie.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in next week and share this, subscribe, like, do whatever YouTubers tell you to do. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.